Hi Capricorn, welcome back to Net Spiritually Inclined. I'm Net and I'm back with some general messages for you guys. Of course, these messages will not resonate with every single Capricorn who check out this video. Take what resonates, leave the rest. I have prepared for this reading off camera. I would like to ask Spirit to protect me as well as my Capricorn viewers and any cross watchers from negative energy during this reading. I'm going to start your reading. I am using a few different decks. First card you have, Capricorn, is integrity. Act with honesty and honor. Walk your talk. Everyone deserves a second chance. Oppose hypocrisy, dishonesty, cruelty, and injustice. Practice ethical and honest behavior. Do not play favorites. Be the best person you can be. Do it for love, not for profit. Keep your promises. Do not betray a trust. Avoid gossip and speaking ill of others. Do not cheat or take the easy way. Do not allow injustice or cruelty toward innocent people. Behavior and actions influence reputation. We all live in glass houses, so avoid judging. 10 of Fire. Mastery of both craft and self. Take command of yourself and your life. Take responsibility for your actions. Do not be a slave to outside forces. Order, structure, and simplicity. Be disciplined and dedicated. Stop making excuses. It's time to act. You can do anything you set your mind to and act on. King of Fire. Ground and focus your passion. Be more than an ideas person. Remain involved from start to finish. Be dauntless. Every leader is part of a team. Delegate. Respect your position by respecting others. Show your appreciation. Keep your temper in check. Ace of Water. An exciting beginning. Take a leap of faith. Open your heart. Follow passion's lead. A new experience or opportunity. A new friendship. Stop fighting your feelings. Free of fear's influence. Okay. Let's do your next 4-card spread. Love. Some of you could be about to get into a new relationship, Capricorn, or get married, engaged. Take it how it resonates. Let's see here. Act responsibly, bearing in mind not only your needs, but also what they will cause in the environment you live in. That's deep. Will. Proceed towards what you desire without fear. Trust in what you have learned and accumulated until now without hesitation. Birth. Excuse me. Let's see here. It is time to act and begin the work. You must bring it to the world as your potential is at its highest and is simply wanting or waiting to come to light. So there's something that some of you could be procrastinating on, Capricorn. Some of you, not everybody. Realization. It is time to understand the nature of your actions because realization is coming and the results are very close and very near. Let's get into your next 4-card spread. Duration. Thunder and wind. Movement continues and is not hindered. Thunder and wind cannot be controlled or contained. To avoid them, one must seek shelter. Yet still the wind and thunder continue until their natural duration is complete. There is no point in trying to stop the wind or quell the thunder. The wise person observes the cycles of nature and adapts to survive them. Exhaustion. Above lake, below water. Water abandons the lake, spiritual exhaustion. Water has drained away from the lake, leaving it dry and barren. In human life, character is proven in times of adversity when it seems like all joy has drained from life. Maintaining hope and good cheer under hard circumstances can bring exhaustion of the spirit. When fate is unkind, care must be taken to replenish what has been used up. One must remain true to oneself. The penetrating wind. Above wind, below wind. Ceaseless winds, small changes over time. Wind has no form or substance, yet over time it shapes even the hardest stone. It penetrates and wears down the creations of man as well as nature. These changes can't be seen from day to day, only over the vastness of time. So too, lasting influence over the people requires time and ceaseless small efforts to overcome suspicion and mistrust. Proceed with gentleness. Limitation. Above water, below lake. Reign over the lake, respecting limits. The lake is defined by its limitations. It is contained and finite in its dimensions. Water above the lake is limitless, as rain may continue to fall long after the lake's boundaries have flooded over. Kindness depends on respecting the limitations of others and not assuming they can handle whatever one pours forth. Civilization depends on respecting the limits of propriety and social mores. Proceed with care. Okay, let's get into your last 4-card spread. Child, orphan, abandoned. So some of you Capricorn, you could still feel like as an adult, you could still feel the abandonment from a parent or both parents as a child. Best known pattern in many fairy tales reflects feeling that you aren't a part of your family or tribal spirit, helps develop psychic independence based on personal judgment and experience early in life. Shadow orphan manifests as failure to mature and obsessive search for surrogate family structures to experience tribal union rather than moving on. Evaluate your childhood memories, particularly if your painful history arises from the feeling that you were never accepted as a family member. Independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving, feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Okay, so some of you could have felt like the black sheep of the family, or you could still feel that way. Some of you right now, some of you feel like, you were an outcast of your family, like you didn't belong. Guide. Guru, sage, crone, wise woman, spiritual master, evangelist, preacher, teacher of religious beliefs and practices, as well as the spiritual principle of seeing the divine in every aspect of life. You don't have to be a professional preacher or guru to have this archetype. Crone, wise woman, and sage represent the ripening of insight and acceptance of what is. Shadow God manifests in televangelists, gurus, and priests who place financial gain and sexual gratification over imparting spiritual insight. Look for a continuing pattern of guiding others based on your own spiritual insights. Okay, so I'm just getting like corruption in the church or something like that, or I'm picking up some of you could be related to someone in your family or know someone who plays on the word of God for financial gain or sexual gratification. Represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself, places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. Let's go to the next card. Judge. Critic, examiner, mediator, arbitrator. Seeks to balance justice and compassion. Manages the fair distribution of power in any form, from military codes to marriage vows. Shadow judge manifests as destructive criticism, judging without compassion, as misuse of legal authority, or threatening others through association with the law. You don't need to be an attorney, judge, or critic by profession to identify. Look for a history of mediating between people and a lifelong learning process of developing high standards of justice and wisdom. Okay, so some of you could be judgmental, Capricorn, or then some of you have someone around you who is very judgmental. Balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power, offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. Some of you could work in law enforcement or government, and some of you could or there's someone around some of you who feel like you use your authority, you abuse it. It's like this person feels you think you're better because you're in some kind of position of authority. That's for some, that's not for all Capricorns. Rebel. Anarchist, revolutionary, political protester, nonconformist, a pirate. Whether politically inclined or an artistic innovator, the rebel is a key component of all human growth and development, helps you see past tired preconceptions in your professional or creative work, or to reject spiritual systems that don't serve your inner needs. Shadow rebel compels you to rebel out of peer pressure or for the sake of fashion and to become mired in another manifestation of conformity, may also reject legitimate authority for the wrong reasons. Look for a lifelong pattern of rebelling against the establishment, but even if the rebel isn't part of your intimate circle, you probably have it to some extent and should pay attention to it. Okay. And it says, challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs, rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So I feel like some of you just struggle with authority, like listening to authority, abiding by rules, abiding by laws, even some of you Capricorn. And when some of you are pushed up against the corner, or you feel like someone's trying to have you stuck and nowhere and have no way out, and then some of you rebel. Okay, Capricorns, that's what I have for you.